Nistas, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here to share with you my KayAli fragrances. If you're interested in seeing the fragrances that I have in my collection from KayAli, please stay tuned. Lip color of the day, you guys. I am wearing this lip combo. I have on the Night Moth liner by MAC. And I'm wearing Haute Mess from the lip bar. So I'm wearing this as my lip color. My fragrance, you guys, I'm doing another little experimental fragrance wear this week. So I drenched my clothes with the Libra from the Zodiac line, which is, I think this is Pinkberry Cloud. It has fragrance notes of strawberry, sponge, sugar, marshmallow fluff, and crisp air. And I went in heavily with the On the Prowl body oil from Brown Sugar Base. So that's the fragrance for the day. Alright, you guys. So the fragrances I have here, I know I have over 20 fragrances here. And the way that I'm going to do it, I'm just going to share with you my fragrances. And I will rank my top 5. Okay? And that's it. Alright, so as you guys know, KayAli started with her infamous Vanilla 28 fragrance, and I will never forget how I wanted that fragrance so bad, and it was always out of stock, and I ended up getting invite only, but I ended up decluttering it because it was just too overwhelming for me. So let's go back to some of the first fragrances. So of course, the Vanilla 28, and I've had several of 10 mils that I've gotten in sets or either free from an order that I have used also or either gave away. But this is what I have left. Look how rich that juice is. But definitely will replenish this. I just haven't really worn it in a very long time, but this is a beautiful fragrance, you guys. It is a rich vanilla brown sugar type of fragrance. It is absolutely good. So that was one of the original ones that I got. Also, I got the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And this is a beautiful fragrance, you guys. It's like a floral fragrance that has this pepper note. And I like it. I really do. I never did get it in full size. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. I just never got it in full size. This was enough for me. So again, this is Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. Also, from some of the originals, I got the Utopia Cocoa. So I bought this one first, I'm sure. And then I enjoy it so much, you guys. I end up getting it in full size. I wore this past month, and I forgot how good this is. This is a beautiful summer vacation-y solar type of fragrance that has notes of ylang ylang and some coconut in it. That is absolutely beautiful, and it is still a hit for me. So I do have the Utopia Vanilla Cocoa. Also, from some of the classics, I have the Love Fest Burning Cherry. And this is 48. You notice all of KayAli fragrances has a number behind it. And I think that was how many takes it took for she and her team and her chemists to say that this is the way I want it before it's, you know, mass produced. So that's what the numbers stand for. So this is KayAli Burning Cherry. This has burning cherry, raspberry, praline, palo santo, skylight wood, and patchouli. This fragrance, I bought this fragrance because I have Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, and it's something about that fragrance, the dry down just does not agree with me. So I bought this, and although this is pretty rich in resin as well, also it's not as bad as the Tom Ford. So I do enjoy it. Also, during that time, I got the Eden Juicy Apple, which I no longer have, and I just have not replenished it. I did go through a full 50 ml bottle, but I haven't replenished it yet. But I do enjoy that one as well. Alright, I have this Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. I am so glad that I followed my mind and I got this in a 10 ml travel size, because this is all I've used from this. This is a bit overwhelming. To me, this is very strong, like the invite only. And it's not a bad fragrance at all. It's just a bit cloying and a little too much for myself. But who knows? I may grow into it one day. So I do still have this in travel size in the collection. And this is Vanilla Royale Sugar Patchouli. I remember the campaigning from this. Mona was absolutely drop dead gorgeous in this campaign, as she is in all of them, but this one, it sticks out vividly in my mind. Alright, I remember this was very hyped up. I remember when I first started purchasing fragrances from her, I can remember this one, but I never purchased it, and it stopped coming around. And then she released it in this all over body spray, and this is the Deja Vu White Flower 57. You guys, this is not for me. It's the gardenia note in here that just does not agree with my sinuses. I've been meaning to declutter this and give it to someone so it will be useful, but it's in the back of the cabinet and I need to keep it out so I can gift it to someone. But this one is not at all for me. It's the gardenia note that I can't stand. After a while, KayAli started releasing collections, you guys, where she would release 2 or 3 or 4 fragrances, or sometimes she may release 1 and then come back and release another one and add it to that particular collection. So we're going to talk about some of the collections right now. So let's talk about the Oud collection. I remember when Oudgasm first was released, I had already made up in my mind the way that I was going to purchase them, and I did just that. Now, when it was initially released, it was released with 4 fragrances. It now has 6 fragrances. When this fragrance collection was released, I got 2 50 mls. I got the Vanilla Oud 36, and I got the Cafe Oud 19. So I got the Vanilla Oud 36 because I wanted something a little different from the Vanilla 28. I was just kind of burned out on that, and I wanted to try something different from her with a good vanilla, and this is good, you guys. This is one of my top 5 vanilla fragrances. I really, really enjoy this fragrance. It has vanilla sugar, praline, saffron, white musk, oak moss, and oud. And when I opted to get the Cafe Oud, I was just in an era where I wanted to increase some of the coffee espresso fragrances in my collection, and it's not bad at all. And probably had I smelled it before, I probably would have got it just in a 10 ml, because I have not worn much of this at all, but I am happy to have both of these in the collection. During that same order, I only got the other 2 in 10 ml. So we had Tobacco Oud 04, and I knew that I was not ready for this. I think I sprayed this to test it, and that's it, you guys. It's still very full. And I got the Rose Oud. Same thing. I think I sprayed it just to test it. This is not a bad rose, but it is pretty intense for me. So these are the ones that I ordered when the Oud collection was first released. Now, maybe a year and a half later, she released 2 more Ouds to her collection, and I opted to get those in 10 ml because I'm just like, I don't know what to expect with these Ouds. So she released Milky Oud 30, and she released Chocolate Oud 11. So same thing. I really haven't given these a lot of wear. I did test them out, and I do like them both. They do remind me of fragrances that I have experienced or smelled. One reminds me of Kilian's Angel Share, and the other one reminds me of the Commodity Milk fragrance. But I have not increased them because I have not even used the 10 mils that I have. So I do have all of the ones from the Oud collection. Alright, so let's move into this Vacay in a Bottle collection. This either came out last summer or summer before last. I can't quite remember. But 4 of these came out in a vacation collection set. And they came out with the Capri in a Bottle Lemon Sugar 14. The Marrakesh in a Bottle Orange Blossom 24. And the Maldives in a Bottle Elaine Cocoa 20. And the Maui in a Bottle Sweet Banana. So what I did was I promised myself if she released the 50 mils, I would then purchase the one that I used up first. I would purchase that in 50 mil first. And I stuck to that. So I have the Maui in a Bottle in a 50 mil, which is the Sweet Banana. This is a tropical vacation type of collection. It is absolutely beautiful. I think this was probably one of the fan favorites when it was released. I thought for a while that the Maldives in a Bottle was going to be my first one, but it wasn't. And it ended up being the Sweet Banana one. Alright, when Mona got married, she released a wedding fragrance. She released one for her husband Hassan and for herself, and I do believe they wore these in their wedding. And this is the wedding collection, and I got these both at the same time. This is the Velvet Santal 35, beautiful sandalwood fragrance, very unisex in my opinion. And this is the Wedding Silk Santal 36. Now you guys, this is bottle number 2 for me. When this was released, I did not realize how good it was, so I did not immediately order another one, and then it eventually went out of stock and the community was sad about it. She brought it back and I made sure I replenished and got me a backup. So again, this is her wedding collection. Now moving on into the Eden Sparkly collection. We first received the Eden Sparkly Lychee 39. This is a sparkly champagne, fruity, fuzzy type of fragrance. I do really enjoy it. This has black currant, sparkling lychee, rose damascus, violet wood, sugared amber, and sandalwood. And here recently, she released 2 more to add to this collection. One is the Eden Sweet Peach 35. This has fragrance notes of sweet peach, red apple, frangipani, nectarine, oak moss, and musk. And there was a pear one that was released also. And I did not get the pear one. I have sampled it in store, but I can't really recall what I felt about it. So this collection has 3, and I only have 2. Alright, you guys. Now, when this fragrance came out and it was word that it was going to have this beautiful floral peony / rose note, not only did I order one, but I went back and I ordered a backup. I can't remember if this did not come in 100 ml or I purchased it in a 50 ml and then I'm like, I wish I would have gotten 100 ml, and I ended up ordering another one. But I ended up with 2 of these, and this is the Fleur Majesty Rose Royale 31. But I did sell and declutter the other one because once I got this, beautiful fragrance, but for some reason my sinuses just would not let me be great with this fragrance. I started wearing it in the springtime, and I said that I was going to come back around and try to wear it in the winter months. I don't remember doing this past winter. I just can't remember. But we're going to see this winter how it works. But I have decanted this quite a bit. I've only worn it once myself, but I've decanted it quite a bit. And some of my fragrance friends, they really enjoy it. Like I said, this is a beautiful fragrance, but it's just something about the scent of the florals that just does not agree with me. And sometimes it's just best to wait and be patient and don't let the FOMO overtake you like I did. But I did get the majority of my money back because I did sell it for a pretty fair price, brand new in the bottle. All right, one of her latest collection, well, the latest collection, full collection that she released is the Freedom Collection. And I think the Freedom Collection, it first came out with 10 mils, and the highlight of the collection, which is the Musk Santal, it came out in 50 and 100 mil. But now you can get them all in larger sizes as well. So beautiful bottles. The packaging is absolutely chic. Really enjoy the packaging. But we have the Freedom Musk Latte 41, the Freedom Musk Santal, which is very aldehydic, and it is a nice fragrance. It is the Freedom Musk Matcha 45, and my favorite out of the bunch is the Musk Bouquet 27. So I said that I was going to get this in 50 mil. I still have almost a full bottle here, so I guess once I get to the point where I'm really wearing it a lot, I'll go ahead and get the 50 mil. But this is the last full collection that she released, the Freedom Collection. Alright, so moving down to my top 5 fragrances from KayAli. This one is now in the number 5 spot. Like I said, my fragrance ranking, it could change at any given time, but at this current moment during summer months, this one is in the number 5 spot for my top 5, and it is Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar 42. Alright, and the number 4 at this time is the Wedding Silk Santal 36. This has fragrance notes of sparkling champagne, white freesia, pink praline, lush nectarine, sandalwood, and sugared musk. This is bottle number 2. And I also have bottle number 3. But I think this is going to stay on the market because it is, and you can also get it in 100 ml now. So that is number 4. Number 3, which was my number 1 for a very long time, and like I said, depending on how I'm feeling, it could very well slide back into that number 1 spot, and that is Musk 12. This is one of the first fragrances that I bought from KayAli. But this is also one of those ones that went out of stock, and it took a long time before it came back. So, beautiful fragrance. Love it, love it, love it. So when it came back in 100 ml, and I made sure that I got one. It has the lotus flower, jasmine, musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. So I do have me a nice full 100 ml of the Musk 12. This one has also been in my number 1 spot at one point in time. This is probably 1, 2, 3. This is either bottle number 4 or number 5. And that is Yum Pistachio Gelato 33. You guys, love this fragrance. Love, love, love this fragrance down, because even when I am having severe problems with my sinus and allergies, this is always a safe go-to. I still feel really pretty and really girly when wearing this. This is also a great fragrance to layer. I haven't worn it in a while, not because I don't want, I just haven't worn it in a while, but I do believe this is one of my fragrances that I will probably want forever in my collection. So I have this one, and I already have 100 ml on standby for backup. So that's the number 2 spot. But moving on into the number 1 spot at this moment. Now, you can see me in 3 months, and this whole thing may change up. But what I'm enjoying at this moment is the Yum Bougie Marshmallow, and I think this is bottle number 2, 100 ml number 2. So this has fragrance notes of freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. You guys, it took a minute for this to grow on me. I did not dislike it, but I did not love it the way that I love it now. And I think it is because I am just in a marshmallow zone. Because I have this in the Puff Society, which is the brown sugar babe oil. It's just so good, you guys. So currently, Young Bougie Marshmallow 81 is in the #1 spot of my top 5 from KayAli. Alright, you guys, so I'm sure you've seen the campaign. There is another fragrance that has been added to the Bougie collection, which I think is it a part of the Bougie collection? It's something caramel. I'm waiting for it to be delivered, you guys. I will do an unboxing. I thought it was going to be delivered on yesterday. I will do an unboxing on that, but heads up, I only did a 50 ml because I have too many fragrances in my collection based off of that rich vanilla, caramelly, gourmand, buttery type of fragrance note that I do not wear enough. And I normally only wear those fragrances when it's cold. So I have not pulled for anything like that. So I did want to sample it. So I did order a 10 ml to see if it's worth for me adding to my collection in a 50 ml. So you guys, I greatly appreciate you. I'll see you in the next video. Share your top 3 KayAli fragrances in the comment section below. Thank you. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.